We are live. নমস্কার, এনআরবি নিউজের নিয়মিত আয়োজন সেলিব্রিটি শোতে আপনাদের সকলকে স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি। আমি অরিজিৎ বসু। আমার সাথে কো-হোস্টে আছেন আপনাদের সবার প্রিয় অর্পিতা। আমরা দুজনে এই অনুষ্ঠান হোস্ট করছি আমেরিকা থেকে। কবি নজরুল ইসলামের ৪৪তম মৃত্যুবার্ষিকীতে উপলক্ষে এনআরবি নিউজের চলছে গানে প্রাণে নজরুল শিরোনামে ৭ দিন ব্যাপী অনুষ্ঠান। কবির প্রতি শ্রদ্ধা জানিয়ে শুরু করছি আমাদের আজকের অনুষ্ঠান। আমাদের অতিথি তারকাদের আপনারা সকলেই চেনেন, তবু একবার পরিচয় করিয়ে দিচ্ছি। আমাদের সাথে আছেন আজকে ঝিনুক গুপ্তা অ্যান্ড রাজীব গুপ্তা।
প্রজাপতি।
Yes, start, Jhinuk, please.
প্রজাপতি প্রজাপতি কোথায় পেলে ভাই এমন রঙিন পাখা? প্রজাপতি প্রজাপতি কোথায় পেলে ভাই এমন রঙিন পাখা?
Wonderful.
That's
Wonderful.
so beautiful.
That's so beautiful. We will come back to you soon. Before that, let me introduce your partner, Rajiv Gupta. Here you go. Rajiv Gupta and Jhinuk Gupta are a husband and wife team who founded the non-profit organization Pankaj Mallik Music and Art Foundation in 2005. Although the organization was initially dedicated solely to the preservation and promotion of the myriad work of music maestro Pankaj Kumar Mollik, it has since 2010 diversified into a reviving and propagating the cultural heritage of Bengal. Rajiv Gupta is the grandson of Pankaj Mollik. As a professional, he has an active, multifaceted career. He is a voice artist, an elocutionist, a public speaker, a director of documentary films and short films for the Indian government and corporate sector, a writer, a playwright, a lyricist, a textile designer, an illustrator, a cartoonist, a teacher, a lecturer, and a cultural revivalist. I welcome Rajiv Gupta. Rajiv Gupta, I welcome you. It's our. Can you unmute, please?
Sure.
Honor and
Thank you so
privilege to
much.
have
Thank
you.
you so much for having both of us on the show. It's indeed our pleasure and honor to be on this show. And as Orijit so nicely introduced our foundation to you, the information seems very clear.
Thank you. I'm going back now to Arpita.
Hello, everyone. So, this show is going to be so fun. And so we have experimented a little bit things in this show. You'll get to know about that. So before that, I would like to introduce our next guest, Jhinuk Gupta, the granddaughter-in-law of Pankaj Mallik and the wife of Rajiv Gupta. By profession, is an advocate as well as a professional singer and voice artist. Since her childhood, she had been performing in various programs and events. She received her primary singing lessons from Geetoban, from where she passed out at the top of her class. She too has performed several times on radio and television, besides doing live shows across the country and abroad. Her songs have been published as tapes and CDs from many reputed music companies since the year 2000. She is also a teacher and a cultural revivalist. Her career has been widely covered in the media, be it print, electronic, or digital. So I welcome you, Jhinuk Gupta, in the show, and Rajiv Gupta. And Arijit, I was just thinking, it is so fun, and it is first time we are having husband wives together in the show. and
That,
it's
that's
so
very
fun,
true.
right? Because the family is so artistic. These both are, a very good artist. You have told about Rajiv, and we have introduced Rajiv and Jinu. We have known that Rajiv is doing so many things, and I was just wondering by listening this list of things he does.
Absolutely, you are so correct. And they are into various professions, in their profession, but have so deeper interest in various other activities, and the
That's true.
passion of the music and what they are doing for the foundation. It's amazing. I was watching them, following them for quite some time before I invited them. So it's indeed our pleasure and honor to have both
Of
of them.
course, of
And we have
course.
started
Yes.
this husband-wife duo combination. NRB News will be coming up with a husband-wife duo combination in the coming weeks with Arpita and Arijit. Stay tuned with us.
Yes, yes,
We
yes.
have,
That's a
we have
surprise now.
that's a surprise now because we are finding out more and more. So we start the program. Jhinu,
Yeah.
please, if you can start with the singing. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Why not? So, as you have introduced me, like I've been learning music from a very young age, and I started with Robindra Songit. So, I like to sing a Robindra Songit now. Mm, 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 sa গগনে গগনে আপনার মনে কি খেলা, কি খেলা, কি খেলা তব গগনে গগনে তুমি কত বেশে নিমেষে নিমেষে নিতুই নব, কি খেলা তব গগনে গগনে জটার গভীরে লুকালে রবিরে ছায়া পটে আঁকো এ কোন ছবিরে মেঘমাল্লারে কি বলো, কি বলো, কি বলো আমারে কেমনে কব, কি খেলা তব গগনে গগনে বৈশাখী ঝড়ে সেদিনের সেই অট্টহাসি গুরু গুরু সুরে কোন দূরে দূরে যায় যে ভাসি বৈশাখী ঝড়ে সেদিনের সেই সে সোনার আলো শ্যামলে মিশালো সে তয়তারি আজ কেন কালো লুকালে ছায়ায় মেঘের মায়ায় কি বৈভব, কি খেলা তব গগনে গগনে। থ্যাংক ইউ।
Awesome.
We'd like now Rajiv Gupta to do a recitation.
The thing is, I will definitely do a recitation, but hope you don't mind my reciting a poetry of my
absolutely.
own. Okay, thank you so much. The thing is, we are living in an age where social media has taken over our lives. There is a good side to it, and there is a bad side to it, like with everything else in life. This particular poem that you're going to hear right now is based on the influence of social media in our lives. It's a satire, and it is not to poke fun at anyone in particular, but it's basically meant for us to reflect on our own lives as of now. So
That's
the
great.
name of the poem is Perfect Life. Every day, without fail, from Sunday to Sunday, I work from 9 to 10, attending meetings, filing papers, clicking mouse, and yielding pen. A house to live in, car to ride. I earn money, a whole lot of money. You see, I'm a very important cog in the wheel of my company. I got degrees under my belt, degrees I work for day and night, one in finance and one in marketing. armed and ready for the big fight. A company, is a war zone where only the fittest survive. So, perfection in backstabbing and sycophancy is for what I strive. I work to please my bosses, who today seeks the company's good. See what they've bestowed on me: free clothing, shelter, and food. But then, work is what I do too, day in, day out, all for the money. I had ambition aplenty and worked quite hard too. So, am I to doubt that this wasn't my destiny? In case you're wondering, I do have a family, two bright kids, and my wife Shamoli. She works too and earns a big paycheck, but let me assure you, not as big as mine. The kids go to a convent school. I paid a huge donation to ensure all was fine. I meet them on the weekends and spend quality time. Every other day, it's only hi, hello at dinner time. I'm a dutiful husband and father. I wish them on anniversaries and birthdays. I don't forget them nowadays. The Facebook notification really pays. My children have done me proud. They excel in studies and games. They are ambitious and hardworking, and they know it really helps in dropping names. I'm in my 40s, looking good and working hard. In short, I'm in my prime. Working Sunday to Sunday, 9 to 10, and sometimes overtime. My wife and I are inseparable. We WhatsApp each other 2 times a day. We even exchange emails as we're too tired to talk at home where we stay. Once a month, I visit my parents. They live in an old age home. I pay their bills and give them clothes. I even made them a mattress of foam. They want to move in with us, but I explain to them their generation and ours are not quite the same. They say they miss us and yearn to see the children play. I show them photographs and tell them they can't stay. They're happy where they are. I know that for sure. I pay their bills. They don't understand. My love for them is so pure. My ambition still burns in me as I clamber up the corporate ladder. Without it, my life would have been like a ship without a rudder. Every Sunday to the next Sunday, I work 9 to 10. This is the only life I know. Change would drive me insane. I too have friends, though not all are quite as rich as me. I'm careful of the middle class ones. You see, friendship comes for a fee. My wife thinks I'm a romantic at heart and also love animals and nature. I surf the net to see all that. Quite remarkable for a man of my stature. I'm living life to the fullest and enjoying every bit of it. I work, I earn, and even go to the gym, to stay fit. If you ask me honestly, I'm happy the way my life's turned out to be. Rich, powerful, and happy. A good enough script for a movie. So pay heed to my advice and follow my life's example. In all humility, let me tell you, my life is really a marvel. That's it. Thank you.
That's great. That was an ugly truth of the society.
It's a magnetic voice you have,
Of course.
Rajiv.
Yeah.
And it's powerful. It's the message are so apt and it's powerful. The our viewers are saying enlightening. So wonderful. Now let's start with the questions to you. Arpita, you want to carry?
Yes, so I would like to ask this question to both of you, Jinuk and Rajiv. We'd like to know about your journey from academics to the performing artist.
Jinuk, I think you go first.
Okay. See, basically, I have started learning music.
Unmute.
Very young. Okay.
Unmute.
Yeah, sure. I have started learning music from a very young age. From 4, I guess, I started learning Robindra Sangeet, and within a couple of years, also took lessons for Indian classical. So, for me, academics and music throughout, মানে একসঙ্গে চলেছে, মানে it was just going along side by side. Every day I was going to school, and every day I used to take music lessons at home or at my teacher's place, or at the music school Gito Bitan that you have mentioned. সো এইভাবে আমি যেমন যেমন বড় হলাম, আফটার পাসিং মাই 10th স্ট্যান্ডার্ড, আমার সঙ্গে সঙ্গে ক্লাস 11-এ আমি আমার রবীন্দ্রসঙ্গীতের ডিগ্রি কমপ্লিট করলাম। অ্যান্ড দ্যাট ওয়াজ মাইন্ড ইউ ভেরি রিগারাস ট্রেনিং। মানে আমাদের ওখানে এমন শিক্ষা দেয়া হতো, আমি যদি আমার আরেকটা প্রফেশনের ভাষায় বলি, আমার ল প্রফেশনের ভাষায়, দ্যাট ইট ইজ পেইং মি ডিভিডেন্ডস ইভেন টিল টুডে। সো বোঝাই যাচ্ছে যে সেই সময়টা স্টুডেন্ট লাইফটাতে খুব একটা পরিশ্রমের মধ্যে দিয়ে গান এবং পড়াশুনো একসঙ্গে আমাকে করতে হয়েছে, আর সেটা মিউজিকের প্রতি ভালোবাসার কারণেই। অ্যান্ড দেয়ার আফটার when I pursued with my higher studies, after my graduation I did law, and simultaneously my music lessons were also going on. But আমি মিউজিক নিয়ে ফার্দার কোনো ইনস্টিটিউশনালাইজড পড়াশুনো করিনি, কারণ দুটো সাইমেলটেনিয়াসলি সম্ভব ছিল না। বাট আই গেস আমার টোটাল মিউজিক শেখাটা মেবি ইট কন্টিনিউড ফর অ্যাবাউট নিয়ারলি more or less for around 30 years, little less than 30 years. তো এইভাবে আমি যখন কলেজ শেষ করি, আমি গ্রাজুয়েশনের পর থেকেই আমার ল প্রফেশনে আমি আমার সিনিয়রের কাছে কাজ শেখা শুরু করে দিই। সো আমার বাবা আমার সিনিয়র ছিলেন, and simultaneously I was doing music shows. I used to get call shows for my own shows at that point of time in Kolkata, most probably, আর একটু আশেপাশের জায়গাতেও। আর এইভাবেই আমার পথ চলা একই সঙ্গে, মানে not that I finished academics, then I did something in music. It was going on simultaneously. So Rajiv, I guess তোমার জার্নিটা বলো।
I think I'm audible now. Yeah. My journey can be described quite like Chinook's. Actually, you can't dissociate your education from your extracurricular activities. Right from my childhood, I can remember that I was more or less okay in studies. I won't say I was really, really good, but then I used to come within the top 3 in class or top 4. Having been to a school which also, supported your extracurricular activities, I was very lucky that way. When I was very young, I mean, even before I went to school, the environment at home was steeped in culture. I saw my grandfather, the late music maestro Pankaj Kumar Mollik, for only about 6 years. So it was before I entered school that he passed away. But in the very formative years of my life, beginning of my life, which happened to, take place in my Mamar Badi, which is my mother's house, I, from a very young age, started living in my maternal grandfather's house. So I would refer to this house as my place of growing up. So in that environment, even when Dadu was alive, although my memory is not very clear, it can't be for somebody who was 3 or 4 years old at that time, I still remember a lot of music being played, a lot of art being discussed. Dadu was a very strict disciplinarian, and although he used to love me to bits, at the same time, he instilled in me every possible kind of virtue that had to do with discipline, punctuality, obedience. For instance, every day at a very specific time in the morning, he used to knock on the door and say, "Good morning, Dadu Bhai," just to wake me up. And then there were those instances when he used to carry me in his lap, sing a song. I used to think of him as nothing else more than a grandfather, because I really had no clue about the stature of his as a musician, as a singer. That used to surprise me at times. When I used to go out with him, he used to take me out to, say, the marketplace to buy me a t-shirt or something. We didn't have malls or anything at that time. We used to go to a place close by, and people used to throng right around him. So I used to wonder why this is happening. Much later in life, after he was gone, only when I realized what kind of a person he was and how respected and how popular he was amongst the masses, that I realized why those people were thronging around him at that point of time. So it was a very eclectic surrounding at home, and school helped, no doubt. From a very young age, we got the opportunity to participate in a host of extracurricular activities. For instance, although I'm not an athlete, but still I had the very good fortune of having played cricket with one of India's captains. He was my batchmate, and he later on went on to captain the Indian team. And there was another player who played test matches for India, who came into our school in class 11. So I got to play a little bit of cricket with him. And because I was member of a particular club where one of the tennis legends of our country used to also come and play. He, I think, was a year junior to me, and I had the opportunity of playing tennis with him also. So in a way, and why I mention this is from a very young age, I saw the kind of dedication they had put in to what they were doing. And the school of mine offered us avenues in which we could express ourselves, whether it was essay writing, from where my creative writing developed, elocution contests, which were held within classes, and inter-house competitions, which I won quite a few number of times. So everything, put together gave shape to what I actually do today. So I am very grateful to my school for providing me with the opportunity and the wonderful people who guided me through that period of time. I became the school magazine editor, the English division, and I was also the official illustrator. I also used to look after the Bengali article section. And when I went to 11 and 12, I became the cultural secretary of the high school. And so, I was always involved with these cultural activities centering around the school and college. So after finishing my college, in fact, during my final year, I started my business, which is still running today. It was Spectrum Style then, is just morphed into Spectrum Style Private Limited as of today. When I was in class 12, in fact, I started my journey into textile designing. And from then on, I have designed for a host of companies which involve big names in Indian fashion scene and as well as the international fashion scene. I'll give you a very fond memory of mine which relates to my textile designing part of my life. The thing is, when I was in London last year, I had gone to Primark with my wife to shop. I mean, I had no intention of shopping. My wife did all the shopping. But then in the men's section, I saw something very familiar hanging from the racks. I just couldn't place the design. But when I finally went up and saw it from up close, I was very, very thrilled, shocked, surprised to find out that it was something which I had designed. So that had been printed in my workshop, and it had been, manufactured and finished somewhere, and most probably in Sri Lanka or Bangladesh, and had been marketed in London. So that was a very pleasant experience for me. Apart from that, I do a gamut of things, just because I can do a few things, I realized I should focus on those few things and try my best at it. That includes filmmaking, documentary films to be more specific, short films also. I write a lot, I've been published, and I think that's about it. I mean, it's a very creative journey for me. Apart from the business, whatever else I do is for the love of the arts. I also illustrate, I do a bit of cartooning. So these are all tied in. So apart from, of course, dancing and stuff like that, I am more or less involved with all the forms of art.
That's a lot. That's a big list, actually.
That's really indeed a big list. And that, academics is absolutely, you both are great at it. And now that you are a performing artist, so I'd like to have Jhinuk sing a song.
Sure. Then Hello, I'm audible?
Yes, very
Okay.
much.
Yes, yes, you
So,
are.
yeah, thank you. So, since I have indulged a lot of my time in picking up Pankaj Malik songs for the sake of carrying on with the legacy through our foundation, I like to present one of his compositions now. এখানে আমার বলার একটা খুব প্রয়োজন আছে যে পঙ্কজ মল্লিকের কাছে রবীন্দ্রনাথ ইউজ টু বি অ্যান আইডল। তো সেই জন্যে ওনার অনেক কিছুই পঙ্কজ মল্লিক মানে দাদু তার গানের মধ্যে ব্যবহার করেছেন। যেমন একটি রবীন্দ্র সৃষ্ট তাল বলতে আমরা যা বুঝি সেটা হচ্ছে তেওড়া, একটি রবীন্দ্র সৃষ্ট তাল। সেটা উনি একটি আহ হিন্দি গানে ব্যবহার করে সেটাকে কম্পোজ করেছেন এবং এটি একটি ভজন। আমি এখন সেটাই একটু শোনাবো। तेरे मंदिर का हूँ दीपक जल रहा, आग जीवन में मैं भर कर चल रहा, जल रहा। तेरे मंदिर का हूँ दीपक जल रहा, क्या तू मेरे दर्द से अनजान है, तेरी मेरी क्या नई पहचान है, क्या तू मेरे दर्द से अनजान है, तेरी मेरी क्या नई पहचान है, जो बिना पानी बताशा गल रहा, आग जीवन में मैं भर कर चल रहा, एक झलक मुझको दिखा दे सावरे सावरे, मुझको ले चल तू कदम की छाओ रे सावरे, और छलिया क्यों मुझे तू छल रहा, आग जीवन में मैं भर कर चल रहा, मैं तो किस्मत बांसुरी की बाजता, एक धुन पे 100 तरह से नाचता, आँख से यमुना का पानी ढल रहा, आग जीवन में मैं भर कर चल रहा, तेरे मंदिर का हूँ दीपक जल रहा, आग जीवन में मैं भर कर चल रहा, जल रहा।
That's beautiful. Wonderful.
That's wonderful. Excellent, excellent singing. We'd like to. We will come back to you again. আমাদের সঙ্গে থাকুন, এনআরবির সঙ্গে থাকুন, পেজটা লাইক করুন, শেয়ার করুন, কমেন্ট দিন, and the artist will be more happy seeing all those. So and Arpita, let's make it something interesting, right?
Of course, of course. So I've been waiting for this, you know.
So yes, so
Okay, so
what's the surprise?
yes, so you know, I've come up with the rapid fire round to make it interesting. Yep.
Wow. You
So-
have the so you will ask, like, you have the answers from both of them?
I have the answers from both of them, and you know, a few questions are there where I'll ask both of them separately, and few are there where they have to, you know, answer simultaneously. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay, that's
ready,
interesting.
Dhiru and Raji,
Okay, let them let
unmute. Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, I
Jhinuk,
have.
Rajiv? Yep. Okay. So I'll ask you first, Jhinuk, about Rajiv. Who do you think he looks like? Any celebrity? Like does he have any celebrity doppelganger?
See, I think he looks a lot like his celebrity grandfather, and for obvious reasons. So, what can be a better option than that?
Okay, that's correct because he has told the same. And so, same questions goes to you, Rajiv. Who do you think Jhinuk looks like?
Oh, she looks incomparable. I mean, don't put me in a spot like this. But the thing is, if you really have to push me to the corner, I think she looks a bit like Adele. I think she fancies that she looks a bit like Kiran Kher. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay. So, so that's incorrect because it's Vidya Balan. She said.
Okay.
That's interesting. That's nice to know. So, how about the next one, Arpita?
Yeah. So next question is for both of you. Two films which has music as a theme. So
Matlab,
Jhinuk,
you mean to say what Rajiv
based-
likes?
no. Any two things which have music as base.
Okay, basically, I like Sound of Music as a musical very much, and also like Padosan in Indian cinema.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's
Rajiv.
Uh, she's taken the Sound of Music away from me. So I'd like to say Grease. I really enjoyed Grease at one point of time. Then there's Lion King. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
wonderful.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
That's nice. That's true. Okay. So Rajiv, tell me about Jhinuk. Is she a mountain person or a beach person?
Very much a mountain person. I'm the
Really?
one.
Hooray!
She's,
Really?
yeah,
Are you
absolutely.
sure?
Yeah, absolutely. Because
you have a
we have
different
major
answer.
arguments regarding this.
We have a different answer.
No, can't be. She's a mountain person.
And Jhinuk, you tell me. What's Rajiv?
He's absolutely a beach person. He never wants to go anywhere else other than a beachside thing or something like that.
Oh wow.
Wow,
That's correct.
that's
You both are
good.
correct. Yep. That's great. Okay, so next question is for Rajiv. What makes Jhinuk happy?
Sweets, chocolates.
Ah, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not coffee?
Yeah,
Not
that too, very much. That too, very much. But that goes for
Okay.
me also. I'm a bigger coffee addict than she is.
And Jhinuk, how about Rajiv?
Any good food, anything like also matlab, any kind of cuisine or good food. Rather, good food makes him happy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a good compatibility.
Yeah. I must say. Okay, so to both of you, who is a pizza person?
Rajiv is a pizza person.
Ah.
Chinook has nothing to do with continental food. She's
Oh.
Indian to the core.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Unlike
That's
me.
nice.
That's great. Who clicks good pictures?
Both of us. I always keep on clicking pictures. That's a different story. He does it very little, but both of us take good pictures.
See,
What do you
basically, I
think, Raj?
do it for my short films. I have to be behind the camera. So when it comes to taking
you-
private photographs, Jhinuk's way ahead of me. But when it comes to taking professional photographs, I think I have an edge.
I understand.
That's good. Yeah.
That's great. Okay, so this is something very interesting. Who cries while watching emotional scenes in the movie?
I don't remember crying lately, but I've seen Rajiv or something. But maybe long back, I've seen him cry during a movie. Not
You don't
now.
cry.
No, I don't.
The thing is, I don't think she's ever seen me cry at movies. I've told her that I've cried at
Yeah,
movies.
sure. Yeah.
So close,
You know,
close
when you
enough.
start
I'm
hearing
sure.
something
I'm
too
sure you
often,
didn't
it
tell now.
No, he told me like when he was in
she watches
college. And,
movie in a very detached manner. She doesn't get into the movies.
Oh, okay.
That's nice.
Yeah. Okay, so now the next question is, who's first likely to say sorry after fight?
Wow,
um, uh,
that's a good question, Arpita.
well, at
Can that
times
be?
I do. At times I do, but mostly he does.
Rajiv.
Do I need to answer this question? Does
Not at
Yeah,
any
of
all.
course,
husband
of
really
course.
need
You
to
have
answer this
to.
question when the wife is on the floor? Yeah, I do the maximum
Chill.
number of qualities.
That's nice.
Honest.
Wonderful. So,
That's
Arpita,
that's
what
the
would be the
easiest way
gift?
to bring a fight to an end.
What would be the gift? We are going to send them a certificate, appreciation certificate, right? That's the
Oh,
gift.
Yeah.
Oh,
thank
wonderful,
you,
wonderful.
thank you, thank you so much.
But let me ask the last question. If it gets right, then we'll send the surprise.
Okay, okay, okay,
Oh,
okay.
Okay. Okay. So the last question is for Rajiv.
Okay.
What's her favorite food?
Where do I start? Chocolates, cakes, Rasgulla, cake, kheer, payesh. What?
Everything sweet.
Absolutely nothing beyond sweet.
Uh, how
Okay.
about you?
And Jinuk?
well, he loves something like he loves warm food all the time, but at the same time, very though he likes continental food, but anything that is given to him. But
So I have got
he's
something to add.
very very fond of luchi and kosha mangsho. He's like mad about it.
Like her father, she's very fond of mutton biryani. If you go to non
Ah.
Ah,
Your
oh,
turn
you
has
are
gone
cheating.
now. You can't answer it now.
No,
It's
no, I have
cheating.
body language. You see, we are in the same room. So she's sitting right across to me. So I can read the body
That's
language.
cheating. That's cheating.
On any
That's
way you
cheating.
can say, yeah.
Arpita, okay,
But then
benefit
number
of
one is
doubt.
sweets.
Benefit
No,
of
but
doubt.
no, but Jinuk is correct. So the points goes to Jinuk, not Rajiv, because Rajiv cheated.
Thank you so
So,
much.
so the hamper goes to Chinook.
Yeah.
You might say I did that quite deliberately, you know. Had the hamper come to
Oh, you
me,
make her happy.
a lot of
The
things in the
successful
questions would have
marriage.
been very good.
The secret behind successful marriage, right?
Absolutely. Complete honesty.
That's great. That was fun.
It was
So,
fun. It was really fun.
yeah. So, Arijit, over to you.
Okay, so now I'd like to go back to you now that you have been performing since last 2 decades and being into different professional roles as well. How has been during the pandemic times, and what are the challenges you both see and might be seeing in the near future in the new normal?
Should I go, Juno?
Yeah, sure, please.
See, basically, it's a very difficult time for everyone, not just for artists. For all professionals, it's a very, very difficult time, especially those who are not, so to say, employed. Uh, those who are self-practicing professionals, it's been incredibly difficult for them. And the kind of profession that I personally am in, I'm getting to see a lot of people facing a host of difficulties, most of that financial, because the revenue streams have dried up and there are no shows, there are no places to perform. So no revenue is being generated, no one's earning anything, and it's been going on for the last 5.5 months. And apparently there seems to be no end to this situation. This is not something anyone had foreseen. Till the middle of March, everybody was in a state of blissful ignorance. But then this happened on all of us, and we have had to find our way through it. First and foremost, the most important thing right now is to stay safe. You know, to make sure that you don't get the virus. And then there are so many other diseases to fight with as well. But primary on the list is the virus. And if we manage to survive it, only then we can think about the future. But then at the same time, such a lot of innovation has taken place because of the availability of technology. Had this happened before the 2000 the new century began, I don't think humanity would have been able to cope as well as it is doing right now. So much of the activity that used to take offline in the real world has moved to the virtual platform, like we're doing a meeting right now. But then this is going to become a norm. Previously, we did not get the platform, or we did not have the means to have an international meeting. You guys are in the US, we are here in Kolkata in India, and yet we are being able to do something live on social media. And this was quite unthinkable. Zoom was known to a handful of people, for instance. Then the different social media also came into, they're offering you platforms to showcase your talent, to do business online. So that is a place I think you have to tap, you have to maximize to go ahead in the future. That is the only way you can really combat what is coming up. It's a very difficult time ahead. There is a lot of challenge to meet that situation, and let's just hope we as a people together can overcome it.
So, Jinuk, what do you think?
See, basically, what I have seen here in this sector of unorganized sector, rather, the art and culture can be considered as an unorganized sector. A lot of people have lost their jobs, and rather from the media also, a lot of people are suffering as well. So we should consider that what can be done as a group, in general, if people collaborate, people try to form their own platforms, own groups, then একটা possibility হতে পারে যে we can generate employment in these kind of troubled times as well. But individually capacity তে কিছু করে এগিয়ে যাওয়া, this is highly impossible during these kind of difficult times. At the same time, in other sectors as well, business is suffering a lot in all spheres, be it large, medium, micro, whatever. So these kind of any kind of creative arts needs propagation, needs funding. If it is like a cycle, if the business world is suffering, then who's going to promote art and culture? So we have to support each other, and we have to come up with group activities much more than we used to do in the normal era that we had earlier.
Very, very true. And both of you rightly said. And yes, that's we have to work together as a group and come up with many, many meaningful things in the coming future. And before I'd like to continue with our next question, I'd like Jinuk to sing a song and Rajiv to do a recitation, whatever, whoever wants to go first.
Okay, fine. I'll then sing a song. And I will like to present something now, to make also to point one anecdote before the song, that while discussing Pankaj Malik Saab's songs, Dadu's songs, it is also very important to let everyone know that Tagore had such a lot of influence on Dadu that he made it a very significant part of his life, so that people other than speaking Bengali can also get to know about Tagore's works. So in various languages, he used to get those Bengali songs translated, and then he used to perform them. And the song that I'm going to sing now, I'll be singing the original two Bengali lines of the Robindra Sangeet. Then I'll sing the Hindi version. And to add more color to it, particularly in a couple of songs, he used Western orchestra. Though I don't have any musical support right now with me, but from the flavor of the song, you can understand what he had composed and what he had done with the Robindra Sangeet. So I am just presenting the piece right now. Pran chaye chokho na চায় মোরে কি তোর দুস্তর লজ্জা প্রাণ চাই চক্ষু না চায় মোরে কি তোর দুস্তর লজ্জা সুন্দর এসে ফিরে যায় তবে কর লাগে মিথ্যা এ সজ্জা प्राण चाहे नैन न चाहे अरे तू क्यों यूं शर्माए प्राण चाहे नैन न चाहे अरे तू क्यों यूं शर्माए वो आके चला जाए फिर किस लिए साज सजाए प्राण चाहे नैन न चाहे मुख से नहीं बोल निकलते मन में अरमान मचलते होठों पर रूखी हंसी सीने में सोते उबलते नसती फूलों की माला तेरी सेज सजी कांटों से कहीं दूर खड़ा तेरा प्रेमी तेरी याद में आंसू बहाए प्राण चाहे नैन न चाहे अरे तू क्यों यूं शर्माए प्राण चाहे नैन न चाहे प्राण चाहे नैन न चाहे प्राण चाहे नैन न चाहे
Awesome. Beautiful, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Chinook, you have such a beautiful voice.
thank you
It's really sweet. So now, Rajiv.
Rajiv.
Yeah. The thing is, I did an English poem of mine first up. Now I'd like to recite a Bengali poem of mine. The title is মানুষ হয়ে জন্মেছিলাম। মানুষ হয়ে জন্মেছিলাম, কিন্তু মায়ের গর্ভ থেকে পড়েই পৃথিবীর হাওয়া নিঃশ্বাস নিতেই লেগে গেল তকমা নারী। যারা দেখতে এলো তারা অর্ধচেতন মাকে কানে কানে ফিসফিস করে বলে গেল, ভয় নেই, ফুটফুটে মেয়ে, বড় হলে দেখতে ভালোই হবে, ফর্সা হয়েছে, বিয়েতে কোনো অসুবিধে হবে না। মেয়ে তো কি হয়েছে, পরের বার ছেলে হবে। শুকনো রাগে মায়ের শরীর মন জ্বলে উঠেছিল, অন্তরে অন্তরে গর্জে উঠেছিল সে, মেয়ে, শুধু মেয়ে, সন্তান আমারও, আমার আত্মা, আমার রক্ত, আমার ধর্ম, আমার কর্ম, নয় কোনো দিক থেকে কারোর থেকে ছোট। মেয়ে, শুধু মেয়ে। বাবা ছিল মাটির মানুষ, মেয়ে অন্ত প্রাণ, ভালোবাসায় ভরিয়ে দিত, রাখতো না কোনো ফাঁক। তবে মেয়ে হয়ে বড় হওয়া কি যে কঠিন কাজ তা জানতো শুধু মা। নিজের জীবনে যা সে পায়নি আমায় দিতে হবে, এই প্রতিজ্ঞা সে করেছিল নিজের মনে মনে। সময়ের সিঁড়ি বেয়ে বড় হলাম ক্রমে ক্রমে, পড়াশোনায় ভালোই ছিলাম, প্রায় ক্লাসে ফার্স্ট হতাম, কিন্তু তাতেও ছিল ঘোর সমস্যা। কারণ যেসব ছেলেরা আমার বন্ধু বলে পরিচয় দিত তারাই তখন পরীক্ষাতে আমার থেকে কম পেত। রাগে আর ঈর্ষাতে জ্বলে পুড়ে দগ্ধ হতো, একটা মেয়ের কাছে হেরে যাওয়ায় তাদের আরো বড় হার হতো। মা বলতো, এটাই পৃথিবীর নিয়ম, মানুষের মধ্যে প্রথম বিভেদ নারী এবং পুরুষ। মা বলতো, হার মেনো না, সাহস করে চলো, মাটিতে দাঁড়িয়ে সূর্য ছুঁতে হবে, পুড়লে চলবে না, ঝড়ের মধ্যে ডানা মেলে উড়ে যেতে হবে, পড়লে চলবে না, দুরন্ত সমুদ্রে সাঁতার কাটতে হবে, ডুবলে চলবে না। মায়ের কথা মনে রেখে জীবনে গেলাম এগিয়ে। স্কুল কলেজের শেষে একটা বড় চাকরি পেলাম, সেখানেও সেই একই দ্বন্দ্ব, নারী পুরুষে চরম ভেদাভেদ। কত যে দেওয়াল ভাঙলাম আর কত যে সেতু গড়লাম, আর এই ভাঙা গড়ার খেলায়, এই পুরুষ নারীর মিথ্যে যুদ্ধে আমি হারিয়ে গেলাম। হুঁশ যখন এলো, পথ খুঁজে আমি পেলাম, না আমি নারী, না আমি পুরুষ, আমার একটা মাত্র পরিচয়, আমি একজন মানুষ। চল্লিশেতে পা দিয়েছি, অনেক অভিজ্ঞতা জড়ো করেছি। বাবা মার সঙ্গে নেই, ইহলোকে আমি একা। আমার একটা প্রবল ইচ্ছে, আমিও একজন মা হব। বিয়ে আমি করিনি, বিয়ে আমি করব না, অনাথ কোনো শিশুকে আপন করে নেব। না ছেলে নয়, মেয়ে আমার একটু বেশি প্রিয়। না ছেলেরা কোনো দোষ করেনি, আর মেয়েরাও তো দোষ করেনি। মায়ের মতো আমার মেয়েকেও কোলে বসিয়ে বলবো, না তুমি নারী, না তুমি পুরুষ, তোমার একটা মাত্র পরিচয়, তুমি একজন মানুষ। দ্যাটস ইট।
That's wonderful.
তো আমার
I was lost in, yeah. Even I understood few of, the
তোমার
lines.
একটা মাত্র পরিচয়, তুমি মানুষ। That's
Yeah,
really-
that's what I understood.
Yeah.
But Rajiv, I love the way you recite the poetries and
Yeah.
the voice modulation, everything. Being a poetess, I must say that.
Thank you so much.
Thank-
Thank you so much.
that's wonderful. And what are the upcoming project plans you both have?
See, basically, every year for the last many years, we have been doing Mohishashura Mordini live on stage. But this year, due to the pandemic situation, we won't be able to do that. But we are taking the support of this digital medium, and we will be coming up with, of course, with the program version of it. And Rajiv, will you like to mention what exactly are you planning?
As I was mentioning before, that was in the perspective of what people should be doing in the forthcoming months to overcome the outcome of the pandemic. That's what we are also trying to do. Till date, we've been doing most of our events offline. In fact, 99% of our events offline. We did have an online presence. We do have a website. We do have our Facebook page, etc., different social media handles. But we are moving the entire offline activity online, and we are having to reschedule a lot of our activities and restructure them as well, because one thing works for the offline events, it's not quite same online. So given everything, in the forthcoming months, we'll have a greater presence on social media like YouTube's. We'll be uploading a lot of videos. A lot of projects which we thought we'd be doing offline, we're going to move online. So many unpublished works of Dadu still remain to be published. Many of them, see, basically, let me just put this into perspective. For a person who had an active career of an unbelievable 50 years, it's unthinkable in today's times. He had a musical career of 50 years. And in that those 50 years, my assumption is, based on the data that I have, he composed at least 5,000 songs. Okay, of that, we have documentation of around 3,500, but only 200 of his songs are available in the recorded format, 200 to maximum 300, because of late a few collectors have contributed to our archives, and we have increased the number of recorded songs. These just don't include songs in his voice, they include music that he's directed for other singers like K.L. Saigal and Geeta Dutt and so many other people. And that is what we're trying to do. His work still, a large portion of his work still remains away from the public eye, and presented in a new format for the younger generation. I think his music will be popular because his music is timeless. I mean, you listen to something what he had composed in the 1930s that still resonates with you now. It's the power of his melody, incomparable skills of composition. I'm yet to see somebody who matches up to him. And this is completely unbiased. This is from the point of view of a listener, not from the point of view of a grandson. The honesty with which he composed his music, the emotion that he poured into his music, that I haven't seen in other music composers. Glimpses probably, but not on a very consistent basis. So there is still a lot of work to be done. And as I was saying, we are doing everything online. And let's just keep our fingers crossed. Let's hope for the best.
Thank you, Rajiv. Thank you. It is wonderful to know that you are doing so much of work in preserving his works, which is incredible. It's not an easy task of having those things preserved, and you are carrying the legacy, and that's what is important because that's what the people will be looking. And he's research like the future generations would like to know or research on him, and if you can do this kind of work, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. I am sure Arpita would agree with me as well.
Of course, of course. And now, in fact, I would like to, listen a lot about him and a lot of his songs because now that I have the glimpse of his music, so I would, of course, would love to go through it.
Now that we are almost in the wrap up stage, so I'd like to ask Jhino.
Sadly.
Sadly, every good thing has to
Yeah,
have
this
an
is
end.
the sad part of our show.
Sad part of our show. But now that we have gotten so many comments and
Yes.
put up the comments, so it's nice that in like India, it's a night time. In US, it's a morning time. In spite of that, the people are watching. We have viewers. We keep sharing our pages, and we will do more because many other countries who are like still not are in deep sleep, they will get up and get to see. তো আপনারা আমাদের সঙ্গে থাকবেন, দেখতে থাকবেন এবং আপনারা আমাদেরকে এই পেজটাকে লাইক করবেন, শেয়ার করবেন, and with me and Arpita, please stay with us, and we have plans of coming up with many more shows and make it more entertaining as we progress. And Jhinook, over to you before we conclude. And I personally take the honor, like it's our like privilege to have you here. And
Yeah, thank you for coming on our show.
It's been a
And,
pleasure,
making it
absolute
beautiful.
pleasure.
It's been absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
thank you so much. And Jhinook, over to you. And then Arpita, wrap up.
Yeah.
Okay, so very happy to do this show, and I will end this show with this song. It's again in Hindi, one of Pankaj Malik Sadhu's compositions. आहा आई बहार आज, आई बहार बहार आई बहार, गुलशन में लिए फूलों के हार, बहार आज, आई बहार आज, आई बहार, मेरे दिल में भी ताजा उमंगे बढ़ी, मेरे दिल में भी ताजा उमंगे बढ़ी, आरज़ुएं बढ़ी और कहती बढ़ी, लिए फूलों के हार, बहार आज, आई बहार आज, आई बहार, मस्ती से डाले जो यूं झूम उठी, किस मस्त से उनकी आंखें लड़ी, आज हर फूल पर है नई ताजगी, रंग चोखा अनोखा है खुशबू नई, अंधली वे पुकारे जो है ये सुना, लिए फूलों के हार, बहार आज, आई बहार आज, आई बहार, आज फूलों का बुलबुल से ब्याह होने को है, आज फूलों का बुलबुल से ब्याह होने को है, आज थालों में चंदन आने को है, आज प्यालों में उबटन आने को है, आओ तराने छेड़े नए, आओ तराने छेड़े नए, आओ मिलजुल के गाने गाए नए, आओ शादी रचाए शोर हम सब नए, है ये शादी नई, आज दुनिया बदलने को दिन आ गया, लिए फूलों के हार, बहार आज, आई बहार आज, आई बहार.
Wow, wonderful. Awesome. You know, I love this music a lot, and it reminded me, 70s time. And I am a music lover, so I keep listening to old songs also. So I loved it.
Okay.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Now it's the time for us to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
But
It's been a fantastic
we
journey. Thank you so much.
thank you
It's been
so
great.
much.
Thank you for coming
Thank
on
you,
our
Origin.
show.
Thank
We
you,
enjoyed
Orpita.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you both.
And
Thank you.
Arpita, please wrap the wrap.
Yes, of course, of course. So, I would like to say thank you, Jinuk and Rajiv, and all our viewers. Please like and share nrbnews24.com, and please do comments. I know you are commenting on our page, and but keep commenting, because that will help us bringing more entertaining shows for you guys. And stay safe, stay at home. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.
Namaskar.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.